Scott Iguma, a content creator who has been publicly accusing PWAN, a real estate company in Lagos, of defrauding customers by selling what he called receipts instead of land and collecting payments without allocating properties, was arrested and remanded in prison on Thursday this week by a Lagos State High Court in Ikoyi. Iguma is facing a 10-count charge of alleged criminal defamation and publication of false information against the real estate company. His arrest comes after he claimed that he submitted more than 130 petitions from alleged victims to the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, against PWAN.
PWAN real estate company, the real estate company that is selling receipts to people instead of land to the general public. I was at the EFCC again last week to submit another 25 petitions against PWAN. So we now have a total of 130 petitions that has been sent to the EFCC against PWAN. And we still have about 30-something victims that we are yet to file their petitions. Now, these are the acknowledgement slips that I got from the EFCC. You can see this first one: submission of investigation report and petition against PWAN Group and its subsidiaries. And you can see the EFCC stamp there, received 18th of June. So we've submitted 130 petitions to the EFCC against PWAN. So to the EFCC, I've done my part. It is now left for the EFCC and the law to do their own part, because the world is watching.
Well, that's quite a lot, to be honest. But for reaction to what we just heard, we're now being joined here in Lagos by Professor Julius Oyedemi, the acting group managing director of PWAN, the real estate company at the center of this entire saga. It's really great to have you join us on the morning show this morning. So,
thank you so much.
As you would notice, Scott Iguma's posts have garnered a lot of reactions on social media. As a matter of fact, the sound where he's screaming PWAN became a trend where people reenact to the sound. So it became quite an issue. And if you notice, a lot of the time when he would come out on social media to talk about these issues, he's coming out with letters from people who say they have either bought properties and encountered issues with it. So, seeing as you are PWAN technically, how would you say this affected your business? But at the same time, are you aware of a lot of the complaints that Scott Iguma was addressing? And what exactly was he arrested for?
Okay, thank you so much. It's nice having me here. Let me address the issue. Let me talk about PWAN first. I want to say that PWAN has satisfied over 200,000 customers since inception. And yes, when I mean satisfied, I mean they've gotten their plots allocated.
200,000.
Over 200,000 since 2012 from inception. Now, when the issue of Scott's came about, we don't know him. We said hearing about PWAN online every morning, like a morning crew, and I personally try to reach out to people who might know him. So who is this gentleman? Yes, if out of 200,000, and like what he said, he has submitted 130 petitions. I'm not in defense, but what I'm saying is, like I said, when I had a press briefing the other time on this same channel, I said, we have challenges, and we are doing our possible best to mitigate those challenges. Now, calling us out isn't the issue. The issue is let us meet on what you're saying, and let's get them resolved. Some of the allegations are not true. I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong. We're not saying that.
So some are true, right?
That's why I said some are true, some are not true. So, but now, the challenge here is, PWAN is a group of companies with over 64 companies. You can imagine 64 managing directors.
All in real estate?
Yes, all in real estate. So the clientele database is large. Now, coming to say that out of these 64, we also have staff. We have marketers in their numerous numbers. Now, for us, the capacity, if we have this number and 130 petitions have been submitted, I want to say that the capacity to deliver on our promises is there.
Okay. I want to hone in on this, because you're honing in on the 130 petitions that Scott Iguma submitted to the EFCC, right? But it seems to be a bigger conversation, right, about PWAN and your activities, and not just PWAN, but also PWAN Max. Now, I believe on the 30th of April of this year, our Securities and Exchange Commission in Nigeria said that PWAN exhibits the typical indicators of a fraudulent Ponzi scheme, including the promise of unusually high returns and failure to honor withdrawal requests from subscribers. Now, Scott Iguma is not the first person to come out and speak about this as well. You've been investigated by the FIJ, right? And they've put out there's the Foundation for Investigative Journalism in Nigeria here, and they've put out different stories of different individuals ranging from figures of from 1 million to 12 million over 4 to 5 years, from 2017, 2022, 2015, of their funds not being refunded. No, I'm asking here, because you're focusing on the 130.
I want to also correct.
I want to understand.
When you finish.
I want to understand fundamentally how paying for receipts is different from a Ponzi scheme, as the SEC put it.
let me explain clearly.
Okay.
There are categories of products we sell in PWAN. And this is where the public needs to know. We sell landed property, we sell buildings, and we do the real estate trading. Now, where the SEC matter came in was the real estate trading.
What does that mean?
Thank you. The real estate trading simply means, we call it buy to sell. It's a buy to sell product. For instance, Mr. Steve says, I want to invest in real estate, but I'm not buying for the purpose of keeping or developing. I just want to buy over a period of time. I would like to flip it. Can you guys do that for me? I will say, no problem. You buy. Now, at the point of purchase, your documents are given, the contract of sale is given to you. Now, added to that, specifically, you are apportioned a square meter. The square meter, what's your money paid for? Because one of the contract is, should in case we can't refund, you have your property. Because don't forget, you are buying to resell. So it is that program that was not clear to SEC. Are you getting me? Because that was what I wanted to correct, where you said 2017, that program was not even in existence by then. So that program buy to sell is what is not clear to SEC. So what do we do in that program? So we tell Mr. Steve.
That's not what I said. I just want
No, I want to. Instead, I want to explain that.
Yes.
So what we do is, okay, Mr. Steve, this product you're buying, this square meter portion you're buying is 1 million naira. We are going to, when we resell it in the space of 12 months, we are going to give you, we are going to share the profit with you. And we are offering you 40% profit. That is the program.
But SEC has put a disclaimer on it.
No, now,
I want to read SEC's exact words so that you can address it. Because what SEC said is that investigations have revealed multiple things, but included in those things is failure to honor withdrawal requests from subscribers, promises of unusually high returns. That is revelations from investigation. SEC is not saying we're confused about this program. SEC is saying we investigated this program and investigations revealed failure to honor. I just want to land, please. Yes. And they say that this is exhibiting what you see, a Ponzi scheme, right? And what happens in a Ponzi scheme is a lot of people will be waiting for a very long time.
So use the word.
Until it collapses.
Signed on April
30th, 2025.
Now use the word it looks exhibiting. Now, the truth is this: I wouldn't want, because the question you're asking me, we're already in rapport. We have already things asked to be done by SEC, and that is ongoing. I would not
after this letter.
After this, yes, after this. So there were demands already from SEC.
So you're regulating the scheme with SEC. Is that what you're saying?
So we're already with SEC on this matter. So I do not want to speak.
But you
for
can
that.
address about his arrest, why he was arrested. By
No, I'm
P1.
coming to that.
Okay,
That is a deviation. I'm coming to that. Yeah. So I just want to clear that I do not want to. The matter is still on the table, and we're also responsible.
On the buy to sell scheme, before you come back to Uguma's thing, you need SEC's approval to
No,
proceed.
actually, you see, real estate trading, it's not like the banking investment. I know that there were some misuse of words, and that was what attracted SEC.
Misuse of words
Yeah.
by your company.
By one half of the company that marketed the product. That's what she called the company on Max. Yeah, there was a misuse of word, because we don't tell people we're not an investment company. We're a real estate trading company. So, but when it comes to the word investment, SEC is furious about that, because they are the ones who regulate.
Yeah, because it speaks to internal control.
That's what I'm
You
saying,
are the group
sir.
GMD, and a subsidiary of your company releases
Yeah,
something
yeah.
about.
As an investment company.
So that's why I said. That's why I said
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
We're already
That's fine.
addressing
Back
that.
to catches.
Yes.
Yes.
Iguma.
So the
Right.
issue of when this brouhaha started around May, say here in P1 real estate company, the company that sells receipts, and that's why I started by saying, having been in existence since 2012, we have satisfied customers. As I speak to you, we have customers who live in our estates, built up estates. Where they live, do we call them receipts?
But there,
Do they
But-
have
there
title?
are people that are.
There are other people. I'm not-
You cannot
I'm not-
discount one complaint by saying we
So
have
this is
100.
no. So what I'm saying
It is a
this.
complaint.
Let me
at the
now
end
go.
of the day. Or are
to
you
the
saying
issue.
that it's those people were lying?
No. So let me go to the issue, so that I want to bring you closer to get it clearer.
But who got him arrested?
Okay, so I'm going there.
Okay.
So now, one of the days, Scott came online and said that if anything happens to him or his family members, P1 should be held responsible. That for us was like, no. In the first place, we've not met you. One, nobody has access to you. Why coming to say if anything happens to you, P1 should be held responsible? As an organization, we also felt no. God forbid, anything happens to this guy, and we don't go to submit ourselves to the right authority to look as if. So we went to the police to say this is what is going on. So person who has been doing this to us said, if this, please, can he be invited? Now, I want to say clearly here, which his lawyer knows, even when we didn't take him to the police for arrest, we called him to the police to come and defend his claims that, oh, you said they are threatening you. On what grounds?
Let me get you clearly, sir.
Yes, sir.
You reported him to the police.
Yes,
for the police to invite him.
On the basis of his statement that if anything happens to him, P1 should be held responsible.
So was it an invitation that was sent out to him, or the police went after him
No,
and got him arrested?
invitation was sent to him.
He came.
He came the first
went
time.
there.
He came.
So on what basis was he then arrested and is now being arraigned in
ma'am.
court?
He came, and after the police now said, okay, what is the issue? You are advocating for customers who have done this. This is what you're saying. Okay, can you help with the information? Let the company also go, because we went on the basis
But
of...
he has submitted.
To
He
the
has submitted to the EFCC.
No, he hasn't submitted as a dead. He has not. EFCC was just about a week or 2 weeks ago. I'm talking about far back May. We're in July.
Oh, no, we're talking about his incarceration now.
It was when we came out. Now he did. I'm talking about. Let's take it step by step. Now.
So from May, yeah.
From May.
Yes.
When he made that statement was around thereabouts. Now, as at then, there was no petition submitted to EFCC.
Okay.
Are you getting me? It was the statement he made that led us to going to say, please, we are not after his life. If there be any reason why he thinks we need to, let him give us.
Yeah, but he honored the police.
He honored the invitation. So now he was granted administrative bail. And we were both asked to resume every Tuesday.
What basis?
Now he was asked to collect the information. The people you said are complaining. Collect the information. Let's have, because like I said, we didn't go on the basis of arrest. It was to protect the brand.
Sorry, I have a question here because now this sounds like persecution of a private citizen for raising alarm about.
A whistleblower.
Yeah,
No.
a whistleblower. Yes. Sorry, let me land here because this is very odd. You're saying that he was made to go. You say from May to meet the police every Tuesday.
No, that was it.
Sorry, I'm just trying to land and then you
Prof,
can
you have to
clarify.
understand that my ladies are lawyers.
Yeah,
So-
you have to let us land and then you can clarify,
Okay,
right?
no
Because
problem.
this honestly sounds like persecution of a whistleblower who has no investment himself in this matter and is just trying to advocate for others.
Okay.
So what you're saying is that, your company or yourself made a complaint to the police about possible defamation by Scott Iguma. And then to defend himself from this defamation case or whatever, he was made to appear at the police station every Tuesday, from your own words. And after this, he also took these petitions that he had received from the public and handed them to the EFCC. And then after that, was then remanded under Section 24 of the Cyber Crimes Act, the same section, if we all recall, that Shoma Okoli was remanded when she made a bad tomato paste review against, what was that company called? I've lost it. Tomato paste review, Section 24 of the Cyber Crimes Act, right? Defamation. A lot of lawyers here, and Kachi is a lawyer, as I myself, we can talk about the need to maybe decriminalize defamation. But beyond that, are you telling me that the Nigerian police, after hearing that there were people saying that they might have been defrauded by your company, or alleging that, told a private citizen to come and be investigating on their behalf?
No,
and come and report to them?
No. Get it right. Let's get ourselves right. Let me play back now. I told you the basis, the reason why we had to go to the police.
Because you felt like he was threatening the company
by
saying that you're after his life.
Thank you.
So basically, after saying that, he now had to come every Tuesday.
No, now the police had to know why. Definitely,
and he needed to come every Tuesday to tell the police why he felt threatened.
No, not why he felt threatened. Investigation. Now wait, somebody goes to say online, okay. You wake up and you hear that Julius says, if I say whatever happens to me and my family...
You put out a disclaimer. You don't arrest the person.
No, we did not. It is not an arrest.
Okay, so what is it, sir?
The person in question, we've never had any contact. We've never had any... And it's not making it easy for us to meet with him.
So you've never had contact with Scott Iguma, is what you're saying here? Your company and yourself have never had contact with him?
So who arrested him?
So the issue of arrest... He was in job now. Good. According to the police, he was asked to provide the names. Okay, these are the affected people. Let us bridge peace and make sure that the company, the customers, and what you're doing were all on the same page. Now, he refused coming back. He was granted an administrative bail. He refused coming back. Are you getting me? Now, I am not a police officer. Are you getting me? Now, and like I said, PWAN did not go to police to arrest Scott Iguma. PWAN went to defend a brand, like any other person would do. Somebody cannot just wake up and say, if anything happens to me, XY should be held responsible, and you keep quiet on it. So we went to report ourselves to say, okay, this is what is going on. Please.
You didn't go to report yourself. You went to report Scott.
Yes.
Because he was the one.
The police to invite him.
Okay.
and then it turned to
persecution.
Now, on the issue of
For him to be
arrest,
given
now on the
administrative
issue,
bail, he was
now,
already a suspect in an issue.
No, on the issue of, now let me clear what happened on the day, what led to arrest. Now, on the said day he came, it was said that he had some scuffle with the police officers. He was shouting, they were nagging, and that was the reason why they had to detain him. Now,
on Thursday.
On Thursday, he had issues with the police officers. Now, and they had to detain him. So it was not the people who said, "Oh no, no, no."
But it was not released on Friday.
And he's being arraigned in court.
It's been now. I am
On
like I said
on a 10-count charge.
Like I said, I'm not the police. See, can I say
The
something?
10-count charge boils on information of P1's character.
Now, can I say something? P1, like I said, we are doing everything meaningful in my capacity and with other top executives to make sure that Scott is not our enemy.
Wait, let's go. You know, you spoke about a scuffle.
Okay.
Can you explain that? What do you mean a scuffle?
Allegedly.
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 Oh, okay, allegedly. I see.
So I didn't
Okay.
I wasn't her.
Let's
move forward. Now that Scott is, in the custody and the case by the police has been filed in court.
Okay.
Have you been formally invited by the EFCC, or are you expecting an invitation based on the 130 petitions that is submitted to the EFCC, for which is supplied proof that those things have been submitted? Have you been invited, or are you expecting an invitation?
We're expecting invitation.
Okay. Are you in court with any of those people who made those allegations for which Scott has approved the EFCC?
No, we're not. We're
You're
not
in court with any of them.
court with any of them.
Okay, now I want us to go back to a question that I have had from all of this, because in the beginning you said some of these things are true, some of these things are not true, and we're seeing Scott being under a 10-count charge, as Kachi said, for defamation. But as you said, some of these things are true, some are not true. The Foundation of Investigative Journalism has come out to say that some people don't get their funds back. Scott has come out to say some people don't get their funds back. The SEC has come out to say some people don't get their funds back. So, why?
Now you
people
said
not get their funds back?
Now you said some people. Now I can tell you. Okay, let me start from the fact of when I said some are not true. Let me speak from that angle. Now, in the business we do, there are clauses.
Okay.
We have what we call pre-contract clauses. Some of our customers will say, no, I do not care. This is what I want. Now, in the case of somebody asking for refund, there are customers that peradventure have been allocated, and somehow they are not pleased with whatever, the location or whatever. Now, and they are coming back to you to say, oh, you must refund me with so interest, because this was when I purchased the land. Now, in our own clause, we don't have room for that. The best we do is to refund what you paid to us.
Don't you sign agreements with people?
We do. That's why I call it pre-contract. There's a pre-contract agreement. So we do. But some customers will say, no, if you don't do this, we'll go this way.
The areas that are mostly affected,
yes,
estates, lands, where are they located?
Ibeju.
Ibejuleki side.
Ibejuleki.
How about Enugu?
I've
seen cases from all
over. No, it's an area most
affected.
Most, that's it.
Okay.
It's a most. There are pockets. Now, let me say, I just took office just in March. I came on board in March. And
you joined the company in March?
No. I got promoted to.
For how long have you worked
yes,
with the company?
10 years.
Okay.
Yes. So, and one of the mandates that I saddled all managing directors to do, even before Scott came up, it was this mantra of delayed allocation.
Okay.
That out of all of these 64, anybody, in short, I had a press statement that was published on the Punch newspaper to that effect, appealing to customers that please, I just newly assumed office. I know the challenges we are faced with. We're in business.
Were you ever in the academia? I see that you are a professor. A professor? Are you a professor?
I am.
Of what?
Entrepreneurial management.
Okay.
So just to wrap things up, just to clear on Scott Iguma right now. So would PWAN, are you saying PWAN is trying to get him out?
Yes, PWAN is doing that. We're not against Scott. What Scott
so
is
Scott
doing,
is in,
now, let me
is
tell
being,
you
just to clarify, sir. Scott, just to clear, I just want to clarify this. You're saying P1 did not have Scott arrested. Yeah. It was the Nigerian police that had a scuffle with Scott, and then they remanded Scott in their prison, and now they are arraigning Scott on charges that border on P1's matter, but P1 is not involved in the arrest of Scott.
But I want to just add to Kachi's own is that the scuffle or alleged scuffle will not have scuffled if P1 did not ask the police to invite Scott.
That is where the marriage. Now you see, that is where we need to get it right. Like I said from onset, P1's intention from beginning, from ab initio, was not to arrest Scott.
But you feel defamed by Scott?
We felt the statement made by Scott is defamatory, and we need to just clear ourselves, because if anything there happens, it won't be what we're saying.
So P1 doesn't have a case in the Nigerian police force against Scott. P1 does not have any case against him. You're saying if I reach out to the police now, I wouldn't find a case from P1 against Scott.
No. Yeah. If you say, okay, what we petitioned for, listen, was this statement was made by Scott, and we are not involved.
Do you know, actually, I'm so glad you said that. Maybe you could share the petition that you sent to the police with the media. That would be so fantastic.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Professor Julius,
thank you so much for being here today and clarifying this issue.